What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You've been asking for him, and we have him. He's back. We got Nick back on the channel. He's our resident Mercedes Benz technician, and he's got a whole bunch of feedback about one of the tools that he really loves. Nick, tell us about this half-inch impact wrench.
So the Flex half-inch impact has been my daily use half-inch impact for about 7-8 months now.
Since the last time you were here, you took this and you never brought it back. Why have you been putting off coming back, Nick?
I do not want to give this back.
He thought I was gonna not let him take it with him when he leaves today, but I will let him take it. Nick, here's the question. This is your daily driver, half-inch impact wrench. What does your day look like when you're using this thing? What are you using it for? Everybody wants to know.
Mainly taking wheels off. Wheel studs on the Mercedes are pretty tight, and this has no issues with it whatsoever. Then anything from heavy suspension work like struts, lower control arms, upper control arms, it takes abuse and just keeps going with it.
When you're doing that work, what modes will you use it in? You know, people will have questions. This tool has 3 modes plus an auto mode. How are you using it?
I will use it on 3 to break everything loose. If I am...
Is your auto mode right here? Is that where you modulate? You leave it in full bore, number 3, and then if you need a little something to be a little bit more prudent with it, you might just lean into it a little bit less?
Yeah.
But if you need it a whole lot, you're just...
Constantly.
Is that the truth, or you use it in a specific mode?
I've used 3 in 1 the most. 3 to mainly break everything loose. If I'm tightening something, the final step, I'll use 3. I'll use 1 if I am starting to like try to find the end of the bolt, nut on the end of the bolt. If trying to just start it and everything. For the most part, it stays on 3.
What about the auto mode? Do you use that at all or no?
Auto mode is a little tricky for me. I would use it and it would stop a little bit before the torque finally needed to come off.
Gotcha. You left here with 2 5-amp hours, correct?
Yes.
What do you think about battery life? How's it do throughout your day? We were talking about an 8-hour day. How long you break for lunch?
So about...
Just like 7.5 hours?
I work about a 8.5 to 9 hour day.
Dang, son. Nope, they ain't playing over Mercedes Benz at Cherry Hill.
8 to 5, I'll maybe take 15, 20 minutes to eat a little bit of food, but... 2
of these throughout the day, or how long does this 5-amp hour battery last for you?
I charged this one that is at about half right now. Yeah. I charged this about, I want to say 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh my Lord, really?
Mm-hmm. I don't go through, I think the whole time I've had it since the last time I've been on, I think I've only charged both batteries once. Okay. So I think I've went through it through, 3 times now?
Yo, I would be like, there's no way this guy's even using this tool. It doesn't sound correct. Nicky has beat the snot out of this tool. If you look at it, I mean, it's banged up. I thought maybe it even looked like it had a slight dent up here, but it doesn't look like the housing's been dented. I will say that I had noticed, more so after you brought it back, do you like the shock shield? Like,
I do, because this gun hasn't really let me down at all.
Okay.
But there has been a couple times where I had to break out my breaker bar because this wouldn't take a lug off, my air half-inch wouldn't take a lug off, my snap-on wouldn't take a lug off. So sitting there constantly hammering, it didn't kill my wrist. So sometimes if you sit there and you're trying to go forward, backward, try to break a bolt loose.
Okay.
Sometimes that will just tear out your arm, your wrist.
Yeah, it's gonna wear you out in the forearms and all.
I have felt that the shock shield has helped some. It's not fully getting rid of it, but it dampens it a bunch because it moves a good bit.
Wow. You could see that. Look at it in there. I mean, you could get in there and see it. Look at it, but you don't even have to do that. Watch this. It's on a shock shield. And it doesn't transmit it into your arms. Now, if you're using this day in and day out for 9 hours, like Nicky here, you're gonna want the shock shield.
And I don't feel like it takes any power away from the gun whatsoever.
A question I get often about this wrench and some other tools that Flex offers is, are they the same exact tool as the Kobalt, just in a gray black case as opposed to a blue case? You had the Kobalt previously, the 1/2-inch wrench. You can see it probably in that video over there. But my question is, compared to the Kobalt, is it the same tool or is this a different tool?
It is a different tool. This gave me no problems whatsoever. The Kobalt gave me problems through and through with it, where it would shut off, the trigger wouldn't be as fine and as responsive as this one. This one doesn't hesitate. It just goes, it takes bolts off, it puts bolts on, no issue. The battery life on this, insane. The Kobalt, I was charging every couple days. This one, I have barely charged.
So there are definitely two tiers of tools, in your opinion. Let me ask you this question. Since we've gone over the shock shield, do they have like the same vibration technology or is this more comfortable?
So they're very similar. You could see on the Kobalt, the head did move a little bit, not as drastic as this.
Okay.
This one, I feel, has more comfort to it, to where it's not gonna tax you if you use it all day long.
Fair enough. The hilarious part is that, like, if you were to ask me which one is more powerful, I'd be like, oh, this Kobalt is definitely more powerful. What else can you tell us about it?
It does get a little taxing on the arm. It is a bit heavier.
Okay, fair enough.
Think, how long are you at a wheel? How long are you taking a bolt off? It's only if you're trying to hold it upside down, trying to break something loose, trying to hold it for more than maybe like 5-10 minutes. But that's gonna happen with most things. But it is on the heavier side.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, you're hoping that Flex comes out with a compact version of this tool.
It would be nicer in a compact, yes, but it's already compact to the point where it's smaller than most of the 1/2-inch electric impacts that I see at the shop, but it's still right around the same weight as all the other ones.
Gotcha. And if you got them, then smash the like button because it's free for you to do. Doesn't cost you a dime. Plus, you'll get 7 years of good luck. We appreciate all the feedback. Is there anything else you could tell us before we go?
Not that I can think.
All right, we'll take your impact and get lost. We'll see you later. We hope to see you all on the next one.
Video's over, but I know you want more. So this is how you're going to get it. First thing you need to do is pretend you're this guy, and you're here in the birthplace of freedom. Now ring that bell like it's 1776 and let all notifications through. What? You're not subscribed yet? Well, smash this button here. After that, watch this video here, here, and maybe over here. See you later.